morning, children. This is Stalin Ramachandran, your social science teacher. Today we are going to see a topic, migration. What is called migration? Usually we heard this word with the phrase, birds will migrate from one place to another. So, what is called migration then? Shall we take it in the easy sense like moving from one place to another? Yes. Migration says about that a group of people moving from one place to another is called as migration. Why do they migrate? What is the need for the migration? And why do people migrate? We are going to see in this chapter. One by one, what is called migration? What is the concept of migration? What type of migration we have? Extent of migration in India and Tamil Nadu? And what is the percentage of people migrating from one place to another? These many questions we have, and we are going to identify an answer for this question. So what is called migration? Please have a look on the first slide. In any settlement, village or town, change in population occurs due to birth, death and migration. So it's a settlement. See, our father, our grandfather would have migrated from village. They migrated from village and they got settled in towns. They got settled in various other towns for various reasons. They would have come for work. Some of your father would have come to, urbanized place, which we call city or town, for higher education. Like that we have various reasons. Settlement from village to a town for various reasons are called as migration. Of these three components of population change, birth and death is clearly identifiable events, while migration poses the maximum amount of problem which regards to its definition and measurement. Almost everyone keeps moving most of the time. We all keep moving from one place to another for various reasons. Some of them, they will go from one place to another for in search of a job. Some of them will go from one place to another for higher studies. Some of them will go from one place to another once they get married. So we have various reasons for that migration. So almost everyone will keep moving from one place to another. It is not easy to define. It is not easy to define which of these moves have been classified as migratory moves. So we can't able to exactly say if a person is moving for a job from a village to a town, we can't say this is called as migration. No, that is also a migration. We can't define that this is called as migration. We can't define that. Why? Because whosoever moving from one place to another for various reasons are called as migration. Okay. In the census of India, migration is enumerated of two bases. First one, place of birth. Second one is place of residence. So we would have born in one place and we would have resident in one place. Our residence. A house will be in another place. So migration happens in two places. If a place of birth is different from the place of enumeration, known as lifetime migrant. If you born in one place, if you got settled in another place, we call them as what? Lifetime migrant. Place of residence. If a place of last residence is different from the place of enumeration, then we call as migrant by place of last residence. We would have stayed in one place. I'll give you a simple example. Let's consider I'm living in a Thiruvanmiyur. Okay, I'm staying in a rental house. So due to various reasons, I've chosen another place to migrate. Like I've chosen Paris. So what I did is, it's my rental house which I've stayed in Thiruvanmiyur. I've changed the rental house to Paris. So this sort of migration is known as migrant by place of last residence. So since we don't have no own house, for various, even though we have our own house, even though for various reason, what we do, we migrate. Usually this migration will happen to the women. They would have born in Chennai. They would have got married to a man who is living in Coimbatore. She used to move from Chennai to Coimbatore. And that sort of migrants is called as migrant by place of last residence. Okay? So next, extent of migration in India and Tamil Nadu. So some of the data are given. In India, the census of 2011 says about that total population is 121 crores. Total population of India was 121, 2011, of which 45 crore people were reported as migrants. 121 crores people are there in India. Out of that, 45 crores people are migrants, which means either they would have come from other place, other country, or our people would have migrated to other country. That is the meaning for that. Either some other countries people would have come to our own country, like India, or Indian citizen would have migrated from India to other country. That is what the meaning. Were reported as migrant according to the definition of the place of last resident. So according to the 2011 statistics, total population is 121. Out of that, 45 crores people are migrants. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, out of 7.2 crores people, in Tamil Nadu, total population is what? 7.2 crore. Out of that, 3.13 crore people were counted as migrants. Total population is 7 crores. Out of that, 3 crores is called as a migrant in Tamil Nadu, according to the statistics of 2011. This is the percentage of migrant was 37% in the country, while it was at a much higher rate in Tamil Nadu at 43%. Clear? This is the percentage of migrant was 37% in the country, and while in Tamil Nadu it's 43%. In 2011, 37% of population are counted as migrants in rural area, while the corresponding percentage in urban India is only 27%. People, those who are moving from rural area to urban area is 37%, and people, those who are moving from urban city is 27%. Rural means village, urban means city. Tamil Nadu migrants accounts for 41% in rural area and 35% in urban area. So in Tamil Nadu, 45% of people in a rural area, which is village side, they are migrating from Tamil Nadu, from village to a city. That particular percentage is 41%. People, those who are in city, they migrate from Tamil Nadu to other parts of the states and other parts of the country. That ratio is 35%. This statistics is taken in 2011. In the country as a whole, 53% are female migrants, while 23% are male migrants in 2011. So, according to the statistics, according to 76% migrants, they have divided into two, that's 76. Half, that is not even a half, more than a half, 53% of migrants were women, and 23% were men. Tamil Nadu, the picture is very similar, with more than half the females, 52% reporting the status as migrant. Even in Tamil Nadu, all over India, 53% of female is migrating from one place to another. 23% is from male migrants were there. If you consider Tamil Nadu, out of that, 52% is female and 35% is male migrants. So you can ask me, sir, why they used to migrate? Migration takes place with various reasons. Why the women will migrate? For the various reasons. They may get married, they may go for a job, they may go for higher studies. Same like that, for men, they may go for a job, they may go for higher studies. or for the job opportunity, if they get a job in abroad, they can migrate from one place to another. So now, where is there such a large percentage of migrants among women? Why the women's are, in percentage level, why the women's are large if you consider the migration? 70% of India and 51% in Tamil Nadu report marriage as a reason for migration for females. Almost all 70% of women are migrating from one place to another place, and the reason behind that is they get married and they move from one place to another. That is, marriage and the movement association with marriage appears to be a major factor responsible for women mobility in India and Tamil Nadu. The main reason, the more percentage why the people used to migrate is for what purpose? For marriage purpose. They would have born in Chennai, they would have got married in Coimbatore or in Karnataka or in Mumbai. So why the people compared to a male, females are migrating more is just because of marriage. Movement related to work and employment appears to be a driving force for migration among them. Of all the male migrants in India, 28% reports work as a major reason for the migration. So why the men are migrating from one place to another? 28% men are migrating from one place to another. Migration means moving from one place to another. The 28% of people are moving from one place to another. What is the reason behind that? For the work purpose. They go from one state to another state. They go to one country to another country. They move from one district to another district for work purpose. They are in search of job, so they move from one place to another place. The corresponding percentage in Tamil Nadu is 26%. So only 26% of people from Tamil Nadu, especially a male, is migrating for the job purpose. Tamil Nadu has a history of migration, and people have moved for various reasons such as trade, business, employment, etc. to various countries. Why the people are moving from one place to another? For trade, for business purpose, for employment purpose, and for other various reasons were there. During the colonial period, laborers have moved to other colonies seeking work and wages. During the colony system were there, British colony system were there, people were moving from one place to another for the work purpose. In the more recent period, workers from Tamil Nadu have been moving the countries in the Gulf, United States of America and Australia. Most of the people from Tamil Nadu are moving to Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and some of them are moving to United States of America, and some of them are moving to Australia. The total migrants in Tamil Nadu is 65% have migrated or moved abroad, while 35% have moved within the country. So people are moving inside the country is 35%, and people, those who move from one country to another country, is 65%. Chennai district has recorded the maximum number of immigrants, followed by Coimbatore, Ramanathapuram and Tiruchi district. Most of the people are moving internally from one district, one place to another place, and especially people are coming from various places, from Coimbatore, from Ramanathapuram and from Tiruchi, and they all come to Chennai. Not only from there, Kadalur, Karur, Tiruvannamalai, Velur, Namakkal, Salem, Dindigul, Krishnagiri, Nilagiri and Dharmaburi districts are recorded low number of immigrants. So these places are very low percentage number of people are coming here to Chennai, but more number of people are coming from Coimbatore, Ramanathapuram and Tiruchi. Total migrants who go to the foreign country, nearly 20% have chosen to go to Singapore. Out of 100, 20% is moving to Singapore, 18% is moving to United Arab Emirates, 16% to Saudi Arabia, 13% to United States of America and Malaysia, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Australia and England. So this is a statistics which is given by the government in the year 2015. And these people, those who are moving 18%, 20%, this statistics is from Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu people are moving, 20% are moving to Singapore, 18% to United Arab Emirates, 16 to Saudi Arabia, 13 to United States of America, and 13% to United States of America, Malaysia, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Australia, and England. Of the international migrant, 15% are women, and while 85% are men. People, those who are moving to international migrants from one country to another, out of that 15% is women and 85% is men. The question of educational qualification of migrant from Tamil Nadu, the study reveals that 2015 about 7% were illiterate, 30 have completed class 10 and 10% have completed 12, 15 had undergone vocational training and 11% were graduates, 12% were professionally qualified and 11% had post-graduation degree. And this is statistics of 2015, which is based on educational qualification of Tamil Nadu people. Factors underlying migration. The extent and nature of migration in any society is basically determined by the nature of development process experienced by that society. Why people move from one place to another? The place where they move is a developed place. The place where they live is underdeveloped. In order to get more salary, in order to get more exposure, in order to improve the lifestyle, people used to migrate from one place to another. That is the type and scale of development achieved by the agricultural and industrial sectors in the economy would determine the migratory pattern. See, they have given the statistics. Work employment is red color 14.7, business 1.2, education 3%, marriage is more 43.8, moved after birth 6.7, moved with the household 21%, and others is 9.6. The pattern of migration we are going to see. First one, rural to rural area, rural to urban area, urban to rural, urban to urban. Rural to rural means people moving from one city to another city, one town to another town. Rural to urban means, rural to rural means from one village to another village. Rural means village. I'm so sorry. Rural means village, urban means city. Rural to rural means people moving from one village to another village. Rural to urban means from village to a city. Urban to rural means from city to village. Urban to urban means from one city to another city. First one. Second one, the pattern of migration for a short term, medium and long distance migration streams we have. Third one is long term stable migration and short term circulatory type of movement. People will go to abroad and they will get settled there itself. That's called as long term stable migration. They will go for a work and for 2-3 years they will stay there. They will come back again, and that is called as short term migration. So last particular topic we have last subheading, the extent and nature of these migrant streams would essentially depends on why these people are moving from one place to another. You would have asked this question. Pressures and aspiration experienced by people at the origin of migration. Constraints imposed on mobility at the origin of migration. Opportunities at the destination and availability of information regarding these opportunities and the cost of migration. So these are the important points which we have read under migration. Hope you all understand. Thank you. See you next class.